What's up, smart people? In today's video, we'll be solving an interesting problem. This was asked in your finals. A mass is suspended from the ceiling of a train carriage by a string. The string makes an angle theta with the vertical when the train is accelerating along a straight horizontal track. What is the acceleration of the train? So the question says we have a pendulum bob, maybe this is our pendulum bob, and the train is accelerating. Let's say the acceleration is to the left. What happens? Well, if I accelerate to the left, you see the pendulum has a tendency to go backwards. So here, that's a pendulum, and I go to the left, the pendulum has a tendency to go at an angle. You're in the train and you look at the pendulum and you see that it makes an angle theta with the vertical. With that information, you can predict the acceleration of the train. Isn't that cool? Now let's try and solve this problem. Now, first of all, it's a good idea to draw the free body diagram of the pendulum. So let's do that. One of the forces is the force due to gravity. That's going to point downwards, n is equal to mg. The other force is the force of tension. The rope is pulling on the bob at an angle, so that arrow goes this way, like this, force of tension. All right? Now, these are the two forces that are acting on our system. What do we do next? Well, if you look at the vertical motion of the pendulum, we conclude that it's neither going up, neither does it move down. That means the vertical forces must be balanced. Now, how many vertical forces are there? One, mg, and the other one is the component of Ft along the vertical axis. What is the component of Ft along the vertical axis? It is Ft cosine theta. If you don't know how it's so, drop it in the comments. I'll make a video explaining that. So the vertical component of Ft that's going up is Ft cosine theta. Ft has another component to the left. That would be Ft sine theta. Does that make sense? Now, if you look at the forces, this guy and this guy, they balance each other. So we can quickly write the equation. Ft cosine theta is mg. So this force and this force, they cancel one another. If they cancel one another, I may as well remove it. Now, we can clearly see that there's only one force acting on our pendulum. The net force is to the left. It's Ft sine theta. Therefore, I can use Newton's second law, which says force on an object, which is Ft sine theta, that's the force, it equals ma, mass times the acceleration. What do we do next? Well, I'll take this equation and place it here and divide both of the equations. Why did I divide them? Simply to get rid of Ft. I don't like Ft. And m also cancels away. What are we left with? We're left with tan theta equals a over g. We're trying to find acceleration, right? So I'm going to rearrange this equation for a equals g tan theta. All right, that's the expression we were after. A quick sanity check. What are the units on the right hand side? Well, tan theta is unitless. G is meters per second square. And acceleration should have that units, meters per second square. So this does make sense. Let's see if we have an option. G tan theta. That's it. And we completely solved the problem. I'll see you guys in the next video.